Torah Peshitta, Royal Code Mir, Mark 9:1. He also said to them, Assuredly, I say to you, there are some standing here who will not taste death until they see the Malkut of Elohim coming with power. 2. 6 days later, Yeshua took Peter, Jacob, and Yochanan, only them, and brought them up with him to a high mountain, where he changed his appearance before them. 3. Their clothes shone and became white as snow, so that no man in the earth can make them so white. 4. Moses and Elijah appeared to them, speaking with Yeshua. 5. Therefore Peter said to him, Rabbi, it is good for us to remain here. Let us make 3 tabernacles. Read note 28. One for you, one for Moses, and one for Elijah. 6. But he did not know what he was saying, for they were overcome with fear. 7. Immediately a cloud came and covered them with its shadow. From the cloud came a voice saying, This is my beloved Son, listen to him. 8. Then suddenly, when the Talmidim looked around, they saw no one with them, but Yeshua only. 9. As they came down from the mountain, he commanded them not to tell anyone what they had seen until the son of Adam had risen to Chaim from the dead. 10. So they kept this saying among themselves, and they wanted to know what this meant when Chaim returns from the dead. 11. Therefore they asked him, Why then do the scribes say that Elijah must come first? Malachi 4:5. 12. To this he answered them, It is true that Elijah is already coming first to prepare all things, and as it is written about the son of Adam, he will suffer greatly and be rejected. 13. But I tell you that Elijah has already come, and they did to him whatever they wanted, just as it is written about him. 14. When he came to his Talmidim, he saw a large crowd around them, and the Sopharim arguing with them. 15. As soon as the people saw him, they were filled with amazement and ran to him and greeted him. 16. He immediately asked the Sopharim, What were you arguing about with them? 17. One of the people answered him, Rabbi, I brought my son to you, for he has a spirit of dumbness. 18. And when it seizes him, it shakes him, makes him foam, gnashes his teeth, and then he faints. I asked your Talmidim to cast him out, but they could not. 19. In reply, Yeshua said to him, O you generation without faith, how long must I be with you? How long must I preach to you? Bring him to me. 20. At once they brought him to him, and when the Spirit noticed it, it immediately shook the boy, so that he fell to the ground, gasping and foaming at the mouth. 21. Yeshua asked the boy's father, How long has this been happening to him? He replied, Since he was a child. 22. Many times he has cast him into the fire and into the water, intending to destroy him. Help me and have mercy on me, according to what you are able to do. 23. Yeshua said to him, If you can believe, all things are possible to him who believes. 24. Immediately the boy's father cried out, weeping, and said, I believe, help my little faith. 25. When Yeshua saw the crowds running and gathering around him, he rebuked the unclean spirit, saying, Spirit of deafness and dumbness, I command you, come out of him and never enter him again. 26. Immediately the spirit came out of the epileptic, tearing him to pieces. He cried out loudly and became as if dead. Many were saying, He is dead. 27. But Yeshua took him by the hand and lifted him up. 28. When Yeshua entered the house of his Talmidim, they asked him privately, Why couldn't we cast him out? 29. He replied, This kind can't come out with anything except fasting and prayer. 30. When they left there, they passed through the Galil. But Yeshua didn't want anyone to know. 31. For he was teaching his Talmidim, saying to them, The Son of Man will be delivered into the hands of men, and they will kill him. And after he has killed him, on the 3rd day, he will return to Chaim. 32. But they did not understand this word, and were afraid to ask him. 33. At that time they came to Capharnaum, where, As he entered the house, he asked them, "What were you thinking on the way?" 34. But they remained silent, because on the way they had argued about who among them should be greatest. 35. So Yeshua sat down and called the 12 and said to them, "If anyone wants to be first, let him be last and servant of all." 36. Then he took a child and placed him in their midst. Then he took the child in his arms and said to them, 37. Whoever welcomes one such child in my name welcomes me, and whoever welcomes me welcomes not me, but him who sent me. 38. John said to him, "Rabbi, we saw someone casting out evil spirits in your name, and we forbade him because he did not follow us." 39. And Yeshua said to them, "Do not forbid him, for there is no one who makes a sign in my name who can later speak evil of me." 40. Therefore, whoever is not against you is for you. 41. Whoever gives you a cup of water to drink, because you represent the name of the Messiah, truly I tell you, he will certainly not lose his reward. 42. But whoever causes one of these little ones who believe in me to sin, it would be better for him if a millstone were hung around his neck and he were thrown into the sea. 43. If your hand harms you, cut it off. It is better for you to enter the life of the Spirit maimed than, having two hands, to go to Gehenna. Read note. 29. 44. Where the embers. Read note. 30. Do not die, and the fire is never extinguished. 45. And if your foot offends you, cut it off. It is better for you to enter life of the Spirit, lame than, having 2 feet, to be thrown into Gehenna. 46. Where the embers do not die, and the fire is not quenched. 47. And if your eye offends you, pluck it out. It is better for you to enter the kingdom of God with 1 eye than, having 2, to be thrown into Gehenna of fire. 48. Where the embers do not die, and the fire is not quenched. Yeshua 66:24. 49. For everything will be salted in the fire, and every sacrifice will be salted with salt. 50. Oh, how good is salt! But if it loses its savor, with what will the sacrifice be salted? Keep salt in yourselves, and be peaceable one with another. Note. 28. 9-5. Hebrew. Sukkot. Tents, booths, huts, tabernacles. Note. 29. 9:43. Hebrew. Gehinnom, Valley of Lamentation, or the Valley of the Son of Lamentation. A reference to what is known in English as Hell or Hades in Greek, both names of pagan gods of Greek mythology. Aram, Gehenna. Note. 39:44, 46, verses 44, 46. And others in this chapter were translated by the Greek scribe in an extremely careless manner, and, to make matters worse, were omitted in some Greek manuscripts. The reason for this omission was clearly due to a failure to understand or comprehend the meaning attributed to the word tolat, worm, devourer with respect to its voracious appetite, in the context.